Hello everyone, Amod here from the Target Common YouTube channel. And in this video tutorial, we are going to write a JavaScript program to sort an array using bubble sort. So let's understand the problem statement first. So here I have an array which contains 7, 12, 9, 11 and 3. So are these numbers in a correct order? So if the interviewer does not mention the order, like ascending or descending, then you need to ask that. So for this video, I'm going to sort this array in ascending order. That means I want output as 3, 7, 9, 11 and 12. So these numbers are in ascending order now. Interviewer might ask you to sort in descending order. That means 12, 11, 9, 7 and 3. So before we write any line of code, let's understand the logic to sort this array. So we have many ways to sort an array, but for this video, I'm going to use bubble sort. So now let's think as a non-programmer. We have these numbers and we need to sort it. So just pick first number which is 7 and second number which is 12 and forget about remainings. So are these numbers in correct order? Or I should ask, are 7 and 12 in ascending order? So answer is yes, because 7 is smaller than 12. So basically what I'm checking, if 7 is greater than 12, answer is false. So in this case, my array will be as it is. Now let's compare these two numbers, 12 and 9. Are they in correct orders? No, because 12 is greater than 9. So what I'm checking, 12 greater than 9 and says true. So what we should do in this case? We need to swap their positions. That means instead of 12, it should be 9 and instead of 9, it should be 12. So I'm going to put 9 here and here I'm going to put 12. Now they are in correct orders. Now let's pick these two numbers 12 and 11. Are they in correct orders? No. So is 12 greater than 11? Again condition is true. That means they are not in correct orders. So let's correct them. So instead of 12 it should be 11 and instead of 11 it should be 12. Now we have last pair 12 and 3. So is 12 greater than 3? Yes. That means they are not in correct order. So we need to swap them. So instead of 12, it should be 3 and instead of 3, it should be 12. So basically what we did, we picked the first two numbers and then compared if they are in correct positions. If they are, then we're not doing anything. But if they are not, then we need to swap their positions. So first we compare 7 and 12, then 12 and 9, then 12 and 11, then 11 and 12, then 3 and 12. So we need to reach to the last number. But after this pass, my array is not sorted. So let's put it pass 1 here. Since array is not sorted, so obviously I need to repeat the same process. So let's use pass 2 and for pass 2 I have this condition now. So again I will compare 7 and 9. So is 7 greater than 9, which is false. So my result will be as it is. Now compare 9 and 11, or 9 is greater than 11, it is false. So again no need to do anything. Now 11 and 3 are in correct orders. That means is 11 greater than 3? Obviously, so condition will be resolved as true, and this time I need to swap their positions. That means instead of 11 it should be 3 and instead of 3 it should be 11. Now last pair 11 and 12. So is 11 greater than 12? False. So my array will be as it is. So even after second pass my array is not sorted. Let's repeat the process. So this time it will be pass 3 and at this pass we have this condition. Let's compare 7 and 9. Is 7 greater than 9? Which is false. So no need to do anything. Now 9 is greater than 3. Obviously, so condition will be true. Then I need to swap them. So instead of 9, it will be 3. And instead of 3, it will be 9. Then it's 9 greater than 11. Again false. So my result will be as it is. Now we have last pair 11 and 12. So is 11 greater than 12? Obviously false. So my array will be as it is. So pass 3 is over, but still my array is not sorted. Let's repeat the process. So this time it will be pass 4 and my array is in this condition. Let's compare. Is 7 greater than 3? Yes. So what I need to do? I need to swap them. So instead of 7, it will be 3, and instead of 3, it will be 7. Now let's go to next pair, which is 7 and 9. So is 7 greater than 9? Condition will be false. So my array will be as it is. That means no swapping. So again 9 greater than 11, which is false. So my array will be as it is. And last pair will be 11 and 12. So 11 greater than 12, false. So my array will be as it is. So now you can see after pass 4, my array is sorted 3, 7, 9, 11 and 12, which is in proper ascending order. So this is called bubble sort. Why it is called bubble sort? If you see pass 1, here we have the largest number 12 at the last position. If you see pass 2, then second largest number, which is 11, is at the second last position. Similarly, if you see pass 3, then 9, which is the third highest number, is at the position before the second largest number. And for the pass 4, we have 7 at their correct position. That means after every pass, the largest number in the effective array will be at the last position. That means for the pass 1, this is my effective array. So here the largest number 12 is at the last position. But for the pass 2, 12 is already sorted. That means it is at the correct position. So my effective array will be only this much. So after pass 2, so the greater number out of these 4 is at the last, which is its correct position. Same thing for other passes. That's why it is called bubble sort. So let's extract some points from this logic. So array length was 5. And how many passes we require to sort this array? So which is 4 for this example, which is basically length of array minus 1. But in many scenarios, you may not require length minus 1 passes. So I will come to that point in some time. So for every pass, how many conditions we are checking? So we had 5 numbers, then we had 4 conditions, and the number of conditions we are checking in every pass is same. Like for pass 1 also we have 4 conditions, for pass 2 as well, and same for 3 and 4. But basically if you see, after each pass, my one element is sorted. That means after pass 1, I used 4 conditions and this is my output. In this output, 12 is at their correct position. So for the pass 2, basically I should not consider this number. So now we have only 4 numbers in my array. So this condition will not be required. So in this case, I should basically check for 3 conditions only. Similarly for pass 3, 11 and 12 are sorted. So we should not consider it. So effectively I have only 3 numbers. So I will have 2 conditions now. There will be no requirement of these 2 conditions here. Similarly, for pass 4, these 3 numbers will be sorted and effectively I should only check for one condition. So what we understand now that if the array length is 5, we may need 4 passes in the worst cases. But it is possible that array is sorted even after one pass. So how we'll come to know if array is already sorted and no extra passes are required? So basically what we are doing, we are comparing two numbers, and if the first number is greater than second number, then we are swapping. But think of a scenario when array is already sorted. So when we compare, then first element will be always lesser than second element. So there will be no swapping. So for any pass, if there's no swapping, that means array is already sorted. For the pass 1, we had 4 conditions. For pass 2, we need only 3 conditions. For pass 3, I will need 2 conditions, and for the pass 4, I will need only 1 condition. So this 4 is basically we can derive from length minus current pass number, which is 1. For this one, we can have length of array minus current pass number, which is 2. Similarly, here also length minus 3, which is my current pass. And here also length minus 4, which is my current pass. So let's summarize the logic. Get the length of array, and maximum number of passes will be length minus 1. But exit the loop when there is no swapping happened in a pass. That means array is already sorted. And for every pass, we need to have length minus current pass number conditions. Now let's write the program using JavaScript. So basically I'm going to create a function with name bubble sort. This function will take an argument array. So the first step is to get the length of array. For that we can use array, and we have a property called length. Let me store this into a variable, maybe let length of array, or let's give the smaller name like n. So let's have a loop for number of passes required. So we will use for loop and let pass equal to 1, then pass greater than length of array, which is n, then I plus plus. But since we're dealing with array, and array index starts with 0. So instead of using pass equal to 1, let's use pass equal to 0, so that it will be easier for us to fetch the number from array. You can use 1 as well, but you need to do minus 1 there while fetching the numbers. So to make it simple, use pass equal to 0, and here we can add n minus 1 and I plus plus. That means if the n is 5, my pass will be n minus 1, that means 4. So basically pass less than 4. So it will be 0, 1, 2 and 3, which is total 4 passes for an array of length 5. So for every pass I need to compare. So I will have another for loop, which will be an inner for loop. Let me use let maybe condition, since we are starting pass with 0, not 1. So instead of 1 it will be 0, here it will be 1, then 2, then 3. But number of conditions will be same. So now if I do length minus 1, which is not correct, that means I need to use current pass number, which will be 0. So 5 minus 0 is 5. So this condition is breaking. So to achieve this, I need to do simply minus 1. Now length is 5. 5 minus 0, 5 minus 1. Now it is 4. So here also if we change to 1, here 2 and here 3, which is the current pass number. So simply I need to do minus 1 for all. So here I will use condition equal to 0, then condition is less than n minus pass minus 1, then condition plus plus. So basically I need to compare. So here I need to use array of condition. If this number is greater than next one. So to get the next one, I need to do array of condition plus 1. So I need to do swap. So for swapping, we need to use a third variable here. So let me have a temp variable, and here I am going to store array of condition. At the first number position, I am going to store value from array of condition plus 1, and array of condition plus 1, I will have the value from my temp. So we have written most of the logic. But what I was saying that in worst cases, I may need length minus 1 passes. And also I explained how to know if no passes are required. So here we are doing swap. But for a pass, if there's no swapping happened, that means array is already sorted. We no need to do any further passes. So for that, I'm going to have one variable, maybe it's swap. And by default, you will have value false, but let me explicitly assign false. So for the any pass, in the inner for loop, my swapping is happening. And if this condition is satisfied for any pair, I'm going to set the swapped value as true. So why I did this? That means if any swapping is happening, that means array is not sorted and we may need another pass. But before I start a new pass, I need to reset the value of is swapped variable to false. So once inner for loop is over, I'm going to check what is the condition of my is swapped variable. If it is true, that means obviously I need to go to the next pass. But if it is false, that means whatever value was before starting the pass, if it remains same, that means it is already sorted. So I need to break the loop, outer for loop. So to break, I'm expecting this should be false. So I'm making it as not. So it will become true and I will use break. So basically this is the logic. So now let's test this function. So I'm going to have one array a1. So we will have console.log unsorted array and here I will have a1. But here if you see, I'm not returning any value from this function. So since we are performing all the actions on this reference only, so after this for loop, I'm going to return the same array. So now I can use again one console.log and put sorted array. And here let me call bubble sort function, which I have created and pass the array. So I'm using Node.js to run my JavaScript program. So open the terminal, use command node, then give the JS file path, which is in my JavaScript underscore programs folder and file name is bubble sort.js. So it is giving error like ARR is not defined because here I'm using A1. So obviously I need to use A1 here. Now save it and rerun it. Okay, so now it is giving I is not defined. If you see, it is line number 6. So here I am using pass, but here I used I++. So let me change to pass. Save it and run it again. Output unsorted array is this one and sorted is 3, 7, 9, 11 and 12, which is correct. Let me pass more numbers like 1, 6, 8, 2, all some duplicate numbers as well. Save it and run the program again. So here we can see this is sorted one. So if you have duplicate numbers, then also no issues. Now let's pass the sorted array itself like 1, 2, 3 and 4. And I want to check whether it is skipping the number of passes. So for out of for loop, I'm going to print console.log current pass. Let me pass plus and pass value. Save it, open the terminal and run the program. So you can see current pass is 0. That means it required only one pass to confirm array is already sorted. We are not going for unwanted passes. We can make this program little optimal. I'm not going to change logic, but we can optimize this one. So we have something called destructuring array in JavaScript and same we have in TypeScript as well. So instead of using temp variable to swap two numbers or two positions in array, we can use destructuring. For that, let's create one array and first value will be array of condition and second value will be array of condition plus 1. So this is my initial array before swapping. So to swap them, give equal to and have an array. Here you need to use array of condition plus 1 and then second element will be array of condition. That's all. No need to mention all the elements of the array. Now save it and let me change number here like open the terminal and run the program. So here you can see it is sorted. So that's all in this video. Thank you everyone.